All right, it is now time to do our AEW Dynamite predictions for the first ever AEW Dynamite taking place tonight in St. Louis. It's AEW Dynamite 2024. Now, to be completely honest, the wrestling fans in the house are myself and my three sons. My oldest is 16, and he and I still watch Dynamite every week. Brady, he's soon to be 14, and he still likes wrestling, but he doesn't watch it like he did a couple years ago. And he really hasn't watched Dynamite much in the last few months. And then our youngest, Lincoln, is only 4, and he's just getting into wrestling. But Ethan and I, my oldest, we watch AEW Dynamite every single week. We have not missed it. We have not watched Collision in months. We have not watched Rampage in years. And I'll be honest with you, a couple years ago, AEW was our show. That was our favorite wrestling. You know, I watched it from the beginning. Ethan and Brady joined in with me a little bit into it, a few months into it, or maybe a year into it. And we started, AEW was Wednesday night was must see. It's not that way anymore. We went and watched AEW Dynamite, I believe in either February or late January of 2022, when it was in Cleveland. It was actually Cody's last AEW match, which we did not know it at the time. Of course, it was Cody and Sammy Guevara for the TNT title, in a ladder match. Great match. We had fun. It was Cleveland. And then in March of that year, we were on vacation and we went and saw AEW Double or Nothing in Las Vegas. We had a great time with that as well. So AEW still, at that time, was still our favorite show. WWE, we hadn't hardly watched Raw, just kind of followed it, or I might read and see what happened, see if I missed anything, but we were not watching Raw. And really, after that event, really going into all out, or all, I guess it's All Out and All In, I get confused on which one is All Out, it started to take a turn. Everything that happened with Punk and the Bucks and all that stuff, and it just started going downhill. And I'll be honest with you, the MJF world title reign was great. We really enjoyed that. We enjoyed the stuff with Adam Cole. So you're still watching. We still watch today. But WWE has totally taken that over, and they keep talking about the new era, and it's not really just a storyline. It's real. And ever since Triple H took over, storylines are better. All the wrongs that Vince had done, changing names and changing Pete Dunne's name, that's just one example. There's so many different things. Those wrongs have become right. And honestly, AEW is kind of feeling like WCW was toward the end. Now, with that being said, there's tons of talent there. Absolutely tons of talent. A lot of guys we like watching. And there's tons of talent still coming in, like Ospreay and Okada. And those guys are great. So talent-wise, they're right up there. Storyline-wise, you just don't. Number one, they have too many wrestlers. And number two, you just don't really get invested in very much of anything. So, we're still going to do our predictions for Dynamite tonight. There's 3 buy-in matches. I think it's still called the buy-in. 2 of them we're not going to do. I know there's an Orange Cassidy match. There's also a Trent Beretta match. He's now heel. We're going to do the Trios match, Bullet Club Gold versus the Acclaimed. And now this is a unification match. The ROH Trios belts, the AEW Trios belts. And this is really a feud that's been going on for a long time. Of course, they kind of merged together for a little bit. And what Brady has went with the Acclaimed. Now, Brady hasn't been watching wrestling or AEW that much, but he's going the Acclaimed. Ethan's going to go Bullet Club Gold, and I'm kind of in the middle on this. I still say I'm still going to go with the Acclaimed. I think Bullet Club Gold could win, but, the Acclaimed's already got those pink belts. Even though they've been champions forever, I'm still going to go with these guys keeping those belts. Moving on to the main card, we got Roderick Strong versus Kyle O'Reilly for the International Championship. I will say this. Some of our favorite things in AEW over the last 6 months, 9 months, was the Roderick Strong character and the Adam stuff and the stuff he did with... we liked it. And we all 3 got Roderick Strong keeping the belt. Kyle O'Reilly came back, and then he's been gone for a little bit, I guess, and he's back again. I don't really know with that. There's so many different wrestlers. Another thing with AEW, it's like... You've got Miro and all these guys that they just don't. There's just too many guys. They can't do everything with them. And Roderick Strong, Kyle O'Reilly. I know he's been hurt. He's hurt forever. But we got Roddy keeping the belt. Hook versus Jericho. Now Hook got a win a couple weeks ago on Dynamite. So we all 3 got Jericho winning that belt, the FTW Championship. Which is, I don't know if it's an official belt. I guess it is. But we all got Jericho winning. Hook will probably win it back. But Jericho's going to win because Hook already won, and, Jericho has done everything in wrestling, so why not give him that belt for a little bit, and then they'll probably have a third match. And, of course, there's all big rumors that Hook is going to WWE, which we would absolutely love. I could see him being on NXT. We really like Hook, and I hope that happens. Then you got a big trios match, Adam Copeland, Eddie Kingston, Mark Briscoe versus the House of Black, and I'll be honest with you, none of these guys really interest me. I've never been an Eddie Kingston fan, even though I like him a little bit. Briscoe, he's okay. He kind of, he's just all right. Adam Copeland, when he returned, it was awesome in WWE. But, because of everything going on in 2020, and he didn't have he didn't get the fair return other than that Royal Rumble debut. And, he's getting older. He looks older than, like, Christian and some of the other older wrestlers. It's just not doing much for me there in AEW. Taking on House of Black, 3 guys. We talked about this the other day, Ethan and I. We talked about how Brody King had tweeted out when the Judgment Day debuted. And kind of like, the Judgment Day is like a generic version of the House of Black. Which at the time, I agree. Now look what Judgment Day's done, and House of Black, AEW has really done nothing with these guys. The rumors that Copeland's going to feud with Aleister Black, or I guess Malachi Black. Malachi Black is his AEW name. I would love to see him back in WWE. The boys got the faces winning, and I'm going to go with House of Black. They haven't done anything, and I think they're going to do the Black Copeland feud. So let's continue that as well. Julia Hart is the TBS champion, taking on Willow Nightingale, and we already know that Mercedes Moné, Sasha Banks, is going to be fighting the winner at Double or Nothing, which it's pretty much guaranteed that she's going to win that belt. We all got Julia retaining, even though I know Willow and Mercedes have some kind of a past, and they've been teasing that, so you could see that happening. I just don't know if they'll put the title on her for a couple weeks just for Mercedes to win it back. So I can see it being Willow, but we'll go with Julia because I can't see just a short reign for Nightingale. Okada, the Continental Champion. I don't love that name because they got the Intercontinental Champion on the other side. So the Continental Champion sounds, I don't know. Taking on Pac, and this is the easiest match to predict. Okada's winning. He's a star. He just debuted. There's no way he's losing this belt there. Then we got probably one of the biggest matches of the night. You got the Young Bucks taking on FTR for the vacated tag team titles that Sting and Darby held. It's going to be a ladder match. We are not watching this event because, unfortunately, it's pay-per-view, and we're not going to pay $50 to watch it. I wish it was on a streaming service. Maybe it will one day, and we would buy that streaming service so we could watch these. Ethan and I got the Bucks winning. Brady goes FTR way. The Bucks, Ethan has really liked their heel turn. I can't say that I have. And, of course, all the CM Punk footage, and whether it was them or Khan, we hated that. It's just stupid that they're even talking about. This makes Punk look so much better. And we like Punk, but we're not big Punk fans. So it just was dumb. I think the Bucks win here. And I think Jack Perry returns tonight. Scapegoat will team up the executive elite, Okada, Bucks, Jack Perry. I think that's what happens here. But, plus FTR, big CM Punk guys. We'll see what happens. Brady picked FTR, but like I said, he hasn't been watching it diligently, so he doesn't know all the storylines. But we'll go Bucks with this. Toni Storm, probably by far the most over female in AEW, besides Monet, who just debuted. Ethan and I both got Storm retaining, and Brady went with Thunder Rosa. But I think Toni Storm keeps the belt, even though she's been champion for a while now. And then really, I guess the two biggest matches, other than the tag team match, Will Ospreay taking on Bryan Danielson. Huge matches. The first match that they announced. We all got Ospreay winning, and I think he could be the next World Heavyweight Champion. All the stuff now, he's kind of a side feud with Triple H a little bit there, which I think is dumb. Does not help AEW at all, especially when WWE is bigger and running on all cylinders right now, especially Triple H's popularity. But maybe it wasn't his decision. I don't know. But we go Ospreay here, and I think he moves into the world title picture after this. That puts in the main event, Samoa Joe who's been champion since December, beat MJF, taking down Swerve Strickland. And we're all big Swerve Strickland fans. He really has improved. You can see it halfway through last year, like, wow, this guy's going to the main event picture. And Ethan and Brady both have Swerve winning the belt here. And I'm going to go with Joe. I don't want Joe to win. I'm like I said, we love Swerve. We love his manager and his dancing. And, but yeah, I'm trying to think of what's next. So, if Swerve wins, how long will he be the champion? I can see Joe winning it. And then them setting up possibly an Ospreay match at Double or Nothing. You got MJF possibly coming back. He can come back and help Swerve. He can come back and hurt Swerve. It's hard to tell what's next with AEW, which is a good thing in some ways. But I got Joe winning because I think he'll win, and then I think he'll either they'll set up for another match with Swerve at Double or Nothing, which I hope they don't, because this feud is, they've had enough feuding here between these two guys. But I think he loses at Double or Nothing, and, that's not that far away next month. So I go Joe, they go Swerve. I'll be happy either way. Well, thanks for watching, and, hey, even though WWE is kind of our show now, it's the one we like to watch, Raw, SmackDown, we don't miss, and those are kind of the must-see. I'm not counting AEW out. We still like it. We're still rooting for it. We still want them to be successful. We'll see what happens. But we're not going to watch it. It's on pay-per-view, hopefully streaming services to come. All right, thanks for watching our predictions, and we'll see you next time. Don't forget to like and subscribe.